Hi there, I'm Mark Leishman. This is ANZ Golf World, and this is what you associate with the Sunshine Coast. Sands, water, and lots of sunshine. This is in fact the Maroochy River, but the beach is not far away, just over here. We're 5 minutes away from the Sunshine Coast Airport, and we're 5 minutes away from Twin Waters Golf Club. The Sunshine Coast is the third largest metropolitan area in Queensland. It's made up of a number of vibrant towns and coastal centres. And Maroochydore is a cosmopolitan hub that mixes dining, shopping and accommodation. Located just minutes from Sunshine Coast's international airport, Maroochydore is an idyllic spot where the Maroochy River meets the warm Pacific Ocean. And fittingly, it's Twin Waters Golf Club just moments away that offers an international golfing experience. Rated one of the top 6 resorts in Australia, Twin Waters is part links and part resort layout. Opened in 1991, its connection to the Scottish links comes care of Twin Waters designer, a 5-time winner of the Open Championship.
It's a Peter Thomson and Woolridge design. It's a links kind of course, and we love it. It's just great playability. The people love coming here. A lot of people walk here instead of riding carts, which is a unique thing for the Sunshine Coast. It's a resort design with links environment. Peter Thomson, of course, a great history in British golf and winning the British Open 5 times. So we have a lot of those kinds of traits in our course, rolling hills, very flat kind of greens, very approachable from a long distance, being able to run up onto the approaches. But yeah, it's very easy to play, kangaroos, wildlife and Sunshine Coast sun most of the time.
Twin Waters' mix of styles makes it unmistakable. And before you start your round, you'll encounter another unique feature. One thing about golf is you tend to avoid hitting the water, but here at Twin Waters you've got no choice. This is what's known as an aquatic driving range with floating golf balls. And it's amazing how you sort of block the water out of your mind after a while. It's quite therapeutic.
I guess it is a novelty thing for us here at Twin Waters to have an aquatic driving range. There is a few others in Queensland, but they're very rare in between, and they were designed in the late 80s, early 90s to save a bit of space. The golf balls used are floating golf balls, so they're an 80% golf ball. But yes, it's a great novelty. In the Sunshine Coast, it's the only place where you can come and do that. We do get a lot of people wondering where they're going to hit on the practice fairway. When we tell them in the water, it's quite an unusual look on their face sometimes.
If an aquatic driving range is a novel idea for visiting golfers, so too is playing amongst the locals.
They're pretty friendly actually. They live in the state forest close by and they come and visit late afternoons, early in the mornings. They're pretty casual about everything. They're living the Sunshine Coast life. But yeah, you can certainly look at them, but as you approach them, they'll definitely bounce off and go into different areas. They're not much of a hazard.
Time to take in the highlights of a round at Twin Waters, starting with one of Stephen Hutchison's favourites. Well, Steve, we've got a cheeky little par 3 for you to attempt today. This is the second hole. Tell us a wee bit about it.
Yeah, it's the second hole, of course. It's 166 metres to the middle of the green. Bit of downwind today, which might be assisting me, which is great. Want to stay out of the bunkers, want to stay out of the water. Green's slightly elevated as we get up there, but yeah, I'm hoping to be able to get on the green and make a putt.
Very sweet.
Yeah,
Go ball.
Fairly happy with that.
Whoa! Wow, what a great shot.
Yeah, thanks. It was good. Came out okay.
Yeah, home course advantage.
Well, I should be able to hit a good one on my home par 3.
Can't even contain that smile, can you? Let's go and see what happens. Well, it's a pretty good life here on the Sunshine Coast, but you had a great life in New Zealand.
Yeah, I did. I was the head professional at Gulf Harbour Country Club for 4 years and I loved it.
Yeah, and was it a magic time for you?
Yeah, it was great. World Cup time and I really loved the people in New Zealand. It was great to be there.
But you find here is, you know, not a bad job, really.
Yeah, I really like the Sunshine Coast as well. It's home for me being a Queenslander, but I did really love my time in New Zealand.
Well, let's go and see if you can make the birdie.
Thank you.
Well, Steve already proved that the bit of hometown knowledge helps, so let's see how he goes with this birdie putt. Go for it, Steve.
Thanks, Mark.
Easy, easy.
Loved it.
Easy. That's fantastic. What a great shot. Well done, eh?
Thank you.
So the hometown knowledge, eh, again, it's...
Yeah, as you can see, nice surface, great golf course, beautiful weather. Why wouldn't you come to the Sunshine Coast?
It's an easy game, isn't it? Stephen continues our round at Twin Waters Golf Club.
Number 6 is a short par 4 on our course. We've got a few of these tricky par 4s you've got to be careful of. It's all about position off the tee. Once you get into position, the green here is a bit elevated and there is another big bunker in front of the green. Water on the left-hand side, you've got to be careful of that. It's quite a narrow green. It's not as deep as some of the other greens. But again, once you've got your pitching wedge or your 9-iron from depending on how far you lay up, it's a really good spot to approach the green from the right-hand side. Number 8's our number 1 index hole on the course. It is quite difficult. There's a lot of water on the right-hand side. It is a dog leg to the right, quite a long par 4. Try and stick close to the fairway bunker if you can, but that does require going close to the water, so that does get difficult as well. So once you get in position up near the fairway bunkers, you'll have a reasonably good approach without too much in front of you in the green. It's a very long green. It's over 40 metres long, this green, so it's quite narrow, so you do have to be quite accurate. There's one place you don't want to go, and that is in the left-hand bunker up near the green. It's designed like the road hole bunker at number 17 at the famous St Andrews golf course in Scotland. Your ball goes in there, you need to get some help to get out probably.
Well, the Sunshine Coast couldn't be further away from Scotland if you tried, but a pot bunker like this certainly makes you feel like you're playing the road hole at St Andrews. Tell you what, temperature's a bit warmer though. Twin Waters on the Sunshine Coast is a resort course with a links look, thanks to the influence of designer Peter Thomson. But he's not the only Aussie golfing legend who's left his mark at Twin Waters.
We're fortunate enough that a beautiful course tends to attract some good golfers to come and play, and when the course was first opened in 1991, the general manager here was Adam Scott's father, Phil. So Adam grew up playing golf here as a junior, and he did win the junior championship here in 1993 as a 13-year-old. One of our other members is Ian Baker Finch, and he's a fine ambassador for our club as well, and loves the place when he comes back to his Sunshine Coast home, and quite often the members will see him in the clubhouse or have a game with him, and he loves coming out here and playing as well. So we're very proud of those associations, of having some famous people play here, but we welcome everybody to come and have a game here as well.
Back to Twin Waters' second 9 now, and more pot bunkers.
Yeah, number 12, beautiful hole, looks fantastic from the tee with all those bunkers up there. And this is one of the holes that's got the most bunkers on the course. And they are a bit more like Peter Thomson's design. They are pot bunkers, they are smaller. You don't want to go into any of those. But it is a very spacious area in the fairway where you can lay up. The green is tiny, and it does have some runoff areas both on the front and the left to just make it a little bit more difficult and more demanding on that accuracy of your shot, making sure that you've got the right distance as well. But it is only a small shot, so you should be able to calculate that in position. And hopefully this hole would be one of the ones that you might make a birdie on. Number 17 is a very difficult par 3. If you've got to this part in the course and you've got your round going really well, then 17 will challenge you. It's over 200 metres from the back tees, and this time we've got a pot bunker designed right in front of the green, so you have to avoid that pot bunker whenever you can. It's a bunker that the members don't like, and that was one of the design features that Peter Thomson put in place, is that this hole will challenge you. The green, again, very flat, quite large, a few little undulations on this one on the right-hand side to just make it even more difficult, and a par here is a really good score.
Twin Waters is a truly unique golfing experience, rated the best resort course on the Sunshine Coast, where you can play links golf amongst bouncing kangaroos. And being just moments from Sunshine Coast's International Airport, it's a gateway to a golfing getaway like no other.
We'd love tourists to come to the Sunshine Coast. It's a great place to come and not only have a holiday in the beaches, but it's a great place to come and have a game of golf. We have some beautiful course areas in the Sunshine Coast, and the sun usually is shining, which is great for the tourists and great for the locals who live here. And our course is reasonably dry. There's some water hazards. That's why we're called Twin Waters, of course, but it's a lovely place to come and play and walk your buggy around and have a good time on our undulating fairways.
Air New Zealand flies 2 to 3 times a week non-stop between Auckland and the Sunshine Coast through June and October, with connections available from all around New Zealand. And that's it for another ANZ Golf World. We certainly hope you've enjoyed our visit to the fabulous Sunshine Coast, and specifically to Twin Waters. It's not often you can play bump and run golf on a link-style course in this lovely temperature and have a gallery like these guys. And my ball's right in the thick of there somewhere, so I'll go and visit them. See you next week.